Men dating / married men, do you ever have urges to sleep with other women other than your woman? If you do and manage it, how? I think about how my woman would feel if she found out. I also think about how I would feel if she slept around on me. There are no happy outcomes. It's either lies and deception or heartache. I had it. I didn't do it. I respected my ex. She did and did. That's why I have an ex. My wife always accuses me of sleeping around. Even what I take 5 minutes longer than I should to rub an errand. First of all, I'd never even think about it. Secondly, I'm so busy and exhausted at the end of the day, I'd embarrass myself lol. I own my own company and coach my son's little league team and travel baseball team. I don't even know when she thinks I'd have the time and or energy. Next time honey, I appreciate that you think I have all this energy to screw some other woman. Every time I fantasize about another woman, I picture my wife fantasizing about another man. Pretty much kills the mood. And you do this all the time. Every time you fantasize about another woman, you imagine your wife fantasizing about another man all the time. You don't watch porn either, I'm assuming. I didn't say it was effective all the time, but it helps. 4 kids and a busy life often leaves you with just fantasy. Just gotta keep it in check. Just rub one out whenever you feel need to. Post-nut clarity will make you realize what stupid idea that is. Or a marriage is lost case and you need to get rid of it. Works when you're single too. Is single and beats off yeah Clark, listen bud. The post-nut clarity is in and I'm sorry, but you gotta get rid of your wife. Trust me. Who in the blazing hell is trying to F with Lois Lane? Which Lois Lane? And yes. You have to ask yourself, is the temporary satisfaction going to be worth the heartache you caused to yourself and more importantly, your loved one? Imagine he/she finds out you cheated. That kind of emotional damage is very hard to overcome. Some can never overcome it. You really want to subject the love of your life to that for a temporary moment of satisfaction. Of course you are going to find many people you find attractive. It's human nature. But if you want to be a good person and treat people right, cheating on someone is one of the lowest things you can do to someone. Edit. Thanks for the awards and kind words everyone. Oh, no. Do I notice other attractive women? Of course. But I have no desire to sleep with anyone besides my wife of 30 years. I do notice attractive people, but I've never thought of sleeping with anyone other than myself. Why would I want to when I got the best one? The price tag for cheating goes up as you get older. You risk getting someone else's emotions involved. Unless you're a sociopath. You feel guilty. You risk bringing an STD home to your partner. Or an unexpected pregnancy. There's betrayal. You're the worst of the worst. A liar and a cheater. In any blow up, whether it reaches the point of divorce or not, you lose the respect of your family and friends. And if you have kids, you could very realistically take all the time you would have ever gotten with them. And in a best case scenario, you cut that in half. Very often, you look at the price tag, and you decide nobody is that good in bed. You may even lose all connection to the kid or kids if they were older, or grow up and decide to cut all contact. No, I see women that I find attractive, even ones that I would be interested in if I wasn't head over heels in love with my girlfriend. But I don't feel the urge. Yep. Cheating is a choice, not a mistake. Loyalty is a responsibility, not a choice. Cheating will blow up your life. It might mean not seeing your children, but once a week, and being lonely and depressed. It's so not worth it. It comes with a reputation too. A lot of people will start to avoid you for cheating, even friends, but especially romantic partners. It's like having herpes. If I found out my friend cheated/cheats on her partner, I would cut ties low-key. Like I don't want to surround myself with people whose moral compass is that poor. If you can hurt your partner in such an awful way, I wonder what moment of weakness would cause you to betray a friend. People who lack loyalty are very yuck to me. Weak-minded emo. Post-nut clarity. That's my motto. Always make sure to rub one out before I make any big decisions. And if you aren't sure whether it's a big decision or not, rub one out just in case. Single at the moment. but when I've been in relationships, basically no, I do not have this desire at all. In general throughout my life, I've only been able to have strong romantic and sexual interest in a single person at a given time. Edit, do not. Wait, I thought this is the norm. If you're in monogamous relationship, I have zero urge to sleep around. I can still appreciate a beautiful woman, but that's as far as it goes. I'm with you here. I'm insanely attracted to my fiancé. After dating for 15 years, I've seen enough. I've never been more happy than when I'm with this woman, and would be miserable in the current dating climate. So yay. No desire to cheat whatsoever. Not screwing this up. Edit, deleted the bad part. She doesn't use Reddit, so she wouldn't see it anyway. But you're right. It wasn't a nice thing to say. I'm in love with her, so no one has to worry about our relationship. My take as a married guy, getting married should be a huge commitment to your wife. You are making a promise to her, and she is making a promise to you. Your marriage is something that you should value over basically everything else. And for me, the weight of that commitment is enormous. With that as context, I would never do anything to violate my wife's trust like that. Not only did I vow to never do that, but my wife is also the greatest. She deserves the best version of me, and that is not the version where I chase around other women. Also, I can't believe I landed someone as hot as my wife, and I'm certain anyone even in her league would turn Maya down in a heartbeat. There are no leagues, bro. You sound committed, loving, and dedicated to your wife. There's nothing more anyone can ask for. You deserve to have someone that makes you feel wonderful, and so does she. As far as I can tell from this comment, you're both at that happy place. It's not like you can just casually act on the urge to F Beth with the huge tits. Generally it passes after finishing the masturbatory session anyway. Is Beth not interested? Maybe, maybe not. Even finding out is non-trivial. Keep us posted, dude, and good luck. I've never had urges to sleep with anyone else, but whenever I see something that turns me on, it's immediately projected on my girl. So if I see some hottie with her gigantic cleavage bouncing around, I automatically think to myself, damn, my girl has huge titties. Then I think about how much fun I'm going to have with her big boobas the next time I see her. She doesn't have huge titties, but for some reason I automatically attribute anything attractive to her. It's nothing I have control over, so I guess I'm just lucky, or it is a pleasant side effect of my bashfulness. Respect. I don't sleep around because I love my wife and have no desire to be with anyone else, and I wouldn't want to hurt her in that way. It's that simple. Nope. Been with my wife for 10 years and have never had an urge to cheat. Saw my mom's marriage destroyed from cheating, and the kind of pain my mom went through as a result. That may have something to do with it. Not really. I'm monogamous AF. I honestly need an emotional connection to actually want to have sex with someone. Sure, I can think someone is sexy/attractive without emotional attachment, but that and actually wanting sex with them are different. Yup. Great comment. Emotional connection is a big one for me too. I'll never get tired of the reaction when I'm single. A chick clearly looking for a quickie will give me the dirtiest, most disgusted face when I turn them down, and I tell them this: sorry babe, if you can't respect me, how do you expect me to respect you? Yes, you just don't. My life is wonderful. It took a long time to build this life. I'm not throwing that away for some strange. Yes, the important thing is to just not let yourself get cornered into it. As long as you can walk away, it's good. Also, don't flirt with coworkers, because that's a good way to get cornered into doing something you regret. Thanks, that's a good one. You don't go out for ground beef when you've got Wagyu ribby at home. You and the late Paul Newman. He went with prime rib technically. Why should I go out for hamburger when I have steak at home? When I was younger, I was fully invested in relationships to the point it never even crossed my mind. A few bad relationships later, that changed. Thanks. So you do think a rocky relationship can influence that? 100%. If things are rocky, it's natural to have doubts about the future of the relationship. The result would be looking for other options, even if you aren't ready to act on them. Cost slash benefit. I've been laid a billion times. Only one family. Nope. When I'm in love I don't want others don't find them attractive. I've been in a very long-term relationship. In the beginning, I was in love, and this idea wouldn't cross my mind. I was 100% into the relationship, but as time passed by and the relationship started failing apart, after I found out pretty disturbing things about her, I began to entertain that possibility. I actually had the opportunity. At some point I found myself in a hotel room in another city with a beautiful woman, a friend, who made pretty clear she wanted to do it. I cold done it and nobody would ever know, but I still thought it was wrong. It crushed me inside, but I actually asked her to leave the hotel room and I passed the opportunity. I have no regrets. Good job, man. Even if it didn't work out, you did the right thing. Never once. Well, when I was in a relationship, lol, honestly, it was like the thought had never even occurred to me. Since I was in a relationship, my confidence was through the roof. Whenever a woman asked for my number or hit on me, I would start beaming and say I'm sorry, I have a girlfriend, lol. It was like a badge of honor for me. I would never be tempted, in the slightest. Yeah, all the time. But it's just an urge. I'm not a robot. I can choose my behavior. 37 years married. If you're in a monogamous relationship, I am. It starts with you. Have self-respect for yourself first, and be the master of your actions. I notice beautiful women and wonder what it would be like to sleep with them, but I want to look at myself in the mirror and not feel shame. If you love, respect, and trust so then the last thing you want to do is harm them and betray their trust. Life is about choices. Try to make the best choices each time. That's what I tell my wife at the end of the day. I've to look in the mirror and not be ashamed of myself. I've been my wife since I was 21. It's been 13 years so far we've been together and married for 5. I can't say that I think about other women at all. I don't really manage it because it just doesn't come up in my head. I can think a woman is very attractive, which I do often, but it never crosses my mind into anything sexual. Maybe after a number of years it fades off, but isn't finding someone attractive the first step of a sexual courtship? Honestly, not once. Started dating my lady young. I was 15. She was 14. Married her at 30 years old. Steady dating 15 years. Never an urge. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's her. But to answer your question, nah dude,